Hi, this is Heather Hundhausen, and this video is on what happens when you don't say no. There's two parts to this video, so today I'm going to cover what happens to the child when they're taught to not say no to their parent. And then tomorrow's video, what I'll do is I'll talk about what happens as an adult when you couldn't say no as a child. Okay, so how many of you were allowed to say no to your parents when you were little? Not too many people usually were allowed to say no to their parents when they were little. More people now are recognizing the importance of giving your kid the opportunity to say no, giving your kid the opportunity to be empowered. People are starting to realize the importance of that now. So what happens when we don't allow our child to say no to us is we actually take away their power. Not only do we take away their power, but we also take away their ability to make decisions. We can go so far as to have them believe that they actually aren't worthy of our attention. They aren't worthy of making decisions. I've even met some clients who, when we go back and do the inner child work and the child is not allowed to say no, they actually will put themselves in what I call a little box and tuck it away, far, far away. You actually lose your identity. You lose your knowing who you are. You lose knowing what you like because somebody is always telling you what to do and you must do it and you don't get to say no. And when that happens, you lose a sense of value about who you are. You lose your sense of worthiness, and you just learn that you have to be a good girl or a good boy and do exactly what they tell you to do so that you don't get hurt or you don't get punished. So it's really, really important to give our kids the opportunity to say no to us, because if we don't give them the opportunity to say no, how are they going to learn how to say no when somebody offers them drugs or when their boyfriend goes too far with them in the back seat of the car, or I don't know, any number of different circumstances that could happen where your kid really needs to know how to say no. Maybe they're getting bullied and they don't know how to say no or stand up for themselves. So I'm not saying that you should let your kid get what they want all of the time. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it's very important to teach them to have a voice and teach them to be able to say no. So in the next video, I'm going to show you what happens if you were a kid who wasn't allowed to say no. I'm going to show you what happens in adulthood when you weren't allowed to say no. It's really fascinating. I hope that you get an opportunity to watch it, and thanks for letting me share.